Willie Waffle on the line right now. Willie, good morning.
Well, good morning to you guys.
I want to just touch right off the bat on the issue of Al Franken and everything else going on. What do you think?
Everyone's going down in flames. Everybody who's done something wrong is having their reckoning at this very moment, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop for Al Franken with just one.
I feel that way, too. Isn't there another one already out?
Yeah, there's another one already out, and you know, I saw Al Franken in full Al Franken mode several years ago, and I got to tell you, it was a scene. I'll tell you the short story. Yeah. He was hosting an event that was about stopping drunk driving among college students. It was crazy.
And I said this, too, that if you've been around comedians, which I ran comedy clubs and done a ton of stuff with comedy, and it can be ugly out there. I mean, I would not want to be a woman touring in comedy. It's not easy for a woman touring in comedy.
No, and frankly, it's because these guys decide that they're going to act like 13-year-old boys with too much testosterone.
Yep, that's exactly it. All right, interesting story. Good, a DWI thing about Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I'm sure there's some story of a kid that was killed in a drunk driving accident, and here he is going out and joking about drunk driving. Not smart. And then surprised when everybody's upset and pulls him off the stage. All right, let's go over. Let's do Wonder first. The story of the fifth grader with facial differences. We're seeing this promoted pretty heavily right now.
Pretty heavily, and it's probably the best movie of the week. I mean, it's right there. You know it's going to tug at your heartstrings. You know it's going to make you cry, and then you just embrace it all because the little Jacob Tremblay, is this 10-year-old kid, is just so sweet and so wonderful, and you just root for him as he goes through all this pain. Kind of leaving the safe world of being homeschooled and going out there to regular school and dealing with all the things are going to happen. But what makes it cool is that you see not only his story, but the story of what's going on with his parents. How about his sister, who always seems to be, kind of number two in their concerns? How about the kids at school that are being mean to him? What's their deal? And I thought that's what made it better. I'm going to go 3 waffles for Wonder.
Nice. All right, so that's one to take a look at. The Star is the next one, and Oprah is in this. And is it me, or does she look like a camel?
Well, yeah, she is doing the voice of an
animated. She is a camel. Okay. All right, I get it. Sorry.
But I just kept waiting for lightning to strike the movie screen. It's just, I don't want to say it's blasphemous, but, dude, it's the story of the birth of Christ told from the point of view of the animals who are silly and full of all sorts of slapstick antics and just make you cringe the entire time unless you're like 5 years old.
What do you give it?
I'm giving that one half a waffle.
All right, and now we're up to the one I was really looking forward to because I like these Batman and Justice League and all of this stuff. Justice League. Batman recruits Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Flash to make sure we don't fall asleep during this movie, is your quote. And I saw one review on this that said it was horrible. What do you think?
It's bad. Everything that was wrong with Batman versus Superman is wrong here. I mean, it's almost like they have this feeling that, well, if we throw in some jokes, we'll be just like the Avengers and everyone will like us. No, you still have bad storytelling as you kind of jam in all the new characters and a little bit of a background about each one, but not enough to really explain where they came from and what their deal is. You've got just the horrible special effects. I mean, my God, this is supposed to be a top of the line franchise movie, and it just looks cheap. I mean, all the fight scenes just look phony, and it's so dark all the time, like physically dark. I'm like, dude, why don't they just have a fight in the daylight once in a while?
Because you have to actually fix the set and all that stuff. You have to make it look more real. Darkness is your friend. All right, what are you giving it, Willie?
1.5 waffles.
Oh, boy. Worth seeing?
I mean, if you really like it and you want to take it in for yourself, I would have gone to see it because I just got to see anything that's got Batman and Wonder Woman and all those characters.
All right, it's wafflemovies.com.